Hi, KGB here. I guess it's Friday night. Part two of the AMC GME. Are they using AMC to suppress GME theory? So 2 months ago, I made a video called the infinite loop. And I also did a 741 where I think they sped up the algorithm, and they're going to continue to do so as we go. Now, if you watch yesterday's video, part one, you know that this right here is the AMC fractal on top of GME. And where we were supposed to continue squeezing on GME here, they used AMC somehow to divert the GME squeeze. They squeezed AMC instead, thereby suppressing throughout the last 4 years. Now, you'll notice here that we actually started squeezing when? We started squeezing in May. Okay, we started this last uptrend here in May, leading into when? June. June what? June 9th. Oh, okay. So that would be 0609. That'd be 69. Not 420. It'd be 69. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to continue on from yesterday's theory, and we're going to try and use this to determine what we're going to do in the future. Now, this is GME. We're going to take this GME. Okay, we're going to go to AMC sneeze. Okay, we're going to fast forward to for the sneeze in when? May. Once again. May once again, they did this, and I'm going to show you once again, this is the AMC fractal on top of GME. Now, before I do this, I'm going to show you this pattern here, the lead up into the squeeze. Now, you should see an exact proportional, right, like this. So, as you can see, it matches very well. So, this portion here, especially, is what I want you to take notice of. When you can see this right here, this kind of notch, right, into this, then into the boom, that is what I want you to pay attention to. So now, look at the timing of this again. We're leading into May. The squeeze should be on the third pump, which was right here, which they squashed again, but this time squashed by dilution, by our own guy. Again, I don't know if he, I should have checked. But yeah, tell me when the first dilution, was it here for GME? Because I'm starting to wonder. Anyway, so this third pump, again, squashed by dilution, by Ryan Cohen, should I add. This would be when? It would be 06, 09. It'd be June 9th, give or take. June 6th, June 9th, whatever. This is the date, and we're running into this exactly 1 year later again. We're running into April, May. I believe we are here, and I'm going to show you this. So now you're going to see it looks a little off. So what they actually did, in my opinion, is they slowed this portion down right up to here, but then sped this portion up. So it looks like this. Now, one of two things is going to happen here. We are either going to, I'm going to make this match a little better. And if you have any doubts on whether, you shouldn't by now, but if you have any doubts, let's just take this portion right here to right here. And I'm going to detail this for you. That is what we're looking at. It's exact, guys, like exact. So anyway, believe it or not. So this is where we are here. Now, one of two things is happening here. We are either, this portion was almost blown out of control and they had to rein it down. The algorithm had to kill it. And now we're right in here where this W is right here. And this is where we are, which high possibility, we could actually be right there. Here, I'm going to zoom in. So you can see this W would be this W here. Get the first angle up, which is the first angle up here, down, and then next pump into this with a higher high coming in here. Now, we could be right here, and we still have the $30 mark to go. And so we see a little bit of upside before we see downside, and then we come into this. Now, this would be moving faster, which would lead into earnings when probably June 9th is what I'm going to say. 06, 09, 69. So this 420.69 stuff, I don't know, but my guess is there's something about June or beginning of June that we need to be looking at, because this is when the squeeze should occur. It's not on the first pump. It's not even on the second pump. The squeeze is on the third pump. That's what I think. Looking back, the squeeze is on this pump. It's not the first. It's not the second. It's this one. Just like it was with AMC, but they always seem to squash it on GME. Now, I believe personally that they're one of two things. And this is based off of someone who has more history than I do. No, not history, but someone who can remember, because I keep forgetting to look this up before the video. Did Ryan Cohen dilute in June? Is my question. If not, then okay, whatever. Then I believe they're using AMC to squash GME. And what they did is instead of relieving pressure on GME, they used AMC to relieve pressure on swaps, on naked shorts, on, I don't know. You guys figure it out. I just look at crayon drawings. And then they're going to do the same thing again. We're going to see the same thing in the beginning of June, or there's another hypothetical, because I know 420 is a big date and I don't want to get everyone to, lose hope. There is another possibility that this is moving way faster than I thought. We are sitting in here like this, and this is where we're sitting now. Now, what would make me say this besides trying to give hopium? I'll show you. Okay. We also have this double bottom more easily shown on a 4. I did this for more detail. Also have this portion here, and we also are looking right in here with these portion, or sorry, I got that backwards. This portion would be in here. This would be your pump. This would be your downside, and this would be this portion in here. And we would actually fit, this curve would actually fit right in here, and we would be actually sitting in this portion here. Now, that's if they were able to suppress us a little more, kind of like this, kind of like that, which would give us hope for this week. And it could be that, it could be a number of things, but bottom line, you guys, we are following this fractal, and I think it'll either be end of April or end of May. That's what I'm leaning towards. I know there's a lot of hopium for this week, and it's quite possible that we are, but at least this will tell me not only the height that we could possibly go to, but the path that we're going to follow therein after. And I have a lot of, I'm not going to leave you AMC guys out of this either. So These are all theories, you guys. I don't want you guys to lose your, I don't want you to lose it. Just think rationally on the next portion that I'm going to say here. I have gone through this fractal with a fine tooth comb. And I don't know if I'm going to bore you. I might do it on my live tomorrow. And I will show you individually these little things that I did to show how they are pulling this fractal to the downside. They are using the AMC fractal to the downside. There's no doubt in my mind. And how this is benefiting them, I don't know. I don't know exactly how they're doing this. How are they, how are they doing this, guys? I don't know. Why is my chart so weird? Why are these colors all of a sudden so weird? What is going on here? Sorry, give me a second. Like all of them? Just showing white and gray. Why are they 3 different colors? Ugh. Anyway, bear with me, I guess, for a minute. So this, each individual portion here, I actually copied and laid out to match this fractal. Now, this GME fractal, I think, is, see, like this. You see this portion? Oops. This would be there. This portion is right in here. You can see it. And so each individual portion, but it's being played out to the downside, forcing this price action all the way down. And we get into like this near the end here, like here, look. We get into that. You guys probably can't see that as well. Something like that. I don't know if you can see that, but. And so each individual portion is representing some part of this, this fractal. So I feel like we have a little more to go. We have some swings in here, just like we do with GME, which should lead into that same time frame. This one's May 7th, which could be right here. By the time we actually get moving, it's closer to the end of May, early June. And so we're seeing this same kind of time frame on all of these stocks. Now, this is what I personally believe is going to happen with AMC. And this is where I want you guys just to think about this rationally. Hypothetically speaking, if these guys have been using AMC to suppress not only GME, but all the meme stocks for that matter, this thing is such a big issue, systemic risk issue. There is no way they're going to cover this. There is no way. They have done nothing but crime all the way down. They are basically down to nothing. Look at this flat line. My personal belief is that they are going to use a buyout situation to appease the AMC investors. And that's why you see Adam Aaron talking the way he is lately. There is no way they can cover this. There is no way. They are going to be bought out, in my opinion. They are going to be bought out. You guys are going to get pieced off at $100 a share or something. And they're going to just change the QSIP, change everything, and that's it. That's it. There's no squeeze. You guys, that's my personal belief. That's what I think will happen if my theory is correct. Now, I could totally be wrong, you guys. Absolutely, totally be wrong. No problem. I got no problems with that. Let's see a massive AMC squeeze. I don't care. But what I'm trying to say is, if my theory of them squashing AMC is correct, or using AMC to squash GME is correct, if that theory is valid, which I totally believe it is, they're going to do a buyout on AMC. They're going to have to hide all of this crime because there's no way they can pay that all back. And I've mentioned this theory in a lot of situations where when GME started squeezing, they were not paying attention to the other stocks. Everyone started looking at the next highest shorted stock, which was AMC, I think at 20%. And everyone started piling in. And so they were worrying about GME at this point and options, and it was blowing up to the moon. They couldn't handle both AMC and GME at the same time. And so they had to choose. GME had already run up like 3, 4, 5,000%. And at this point, they chose to let AMC go. Or they chose to let it go, knowing full well that they were going to use it to suppress GME for the next 5 years. And so now, if I'm wrong, perfect. Let's go. Let's go to the moon. This is how I think it'll play out. You know, I hope it's not as little as this personally, but this is how I think it'll play out. It'll play out like this to the downside. All this was done to the downside instead of to the upside, like previous. And this thing will moon, you know, and it will moon to crazy levels. Now I'm going to balance this out like this so we have some sort of an idea on how high this thing could go potentially as a theory. And we'll say this. Well, I'll leave it like this because this is all just shorter, which will have to be made up eventually anyway. So it would bring us to this level, which would be about 50 bucks. Now that's very rough, very silly, obviously. But for now, that would be my, you know, indication. So it's very loose because I've taken this fractal and I've followed every single line to the downside because this is dragging down, but it matches, every portion of this matches all the way down. Like this is, and then they'll take the pattern, move it down, and then they'll take this pattern, move it down. They'll take this and they'll move it down to the downside. Everything is being played out, but sufficiently to the downside. Every single thing. And I've done each portion, I've copied this and pasted it on here just to prove every time that this thing is being, the algo is being followed, but it's being followed massively to the downside. It's crazy. It's massive suppression. And I know a lot of AMC people aren't going to like this, but in a sense, it's actually better if, hypothetically, I'm wrong on the buyout. This thing, AMC, could squeeze to the moon, man. Like, no joke, 5,000 times higher than GME. Not even joking. It's totally possible. And I'm going to get all the AMC hated. Oh, AMC's crap company, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, it's a crap company. But once again, GME was a crap company too, and it's all highly manipulated. We know this. It's got nothing to do with fundamentals. Who cares if it's a crap company? What matters is, one, are they using the CEO against its own shareholders? Or two, are they using AMC to suppress GameStop? And are they both going to match? Like, GME is doing very well. So is GME going to just burst out and out of that suppression when they can't do this with AMC anymore? Like, it's going to come to a head. Which one is going to go the highest? Which one's going to go the fastest? I think GME is going to go first. AMC is going to follow. Or they're both going to run in June again. Except this time, hopefully, we don't get any massive dilution again to stop it. Because there's an issue here, guys. And I don't know what it is. But I'm not convinced these CEOs are working on our behalf. And I don't care how many people, how many AMC share. Oh, Adam Aaron owns 1 million shares. He's the biggest. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're diluting at really crazy times. Ryan Cohen, oh, he's not taking it. I don't care. I don't care if he's not taking his salary. He's diluting at crazy important times, you guys. Now, is he building something better, Berkshire? I don't know. And I don't care. I just look at the chart and I'm seeing dilution at critical points. At critical points, you guys. These are critical areas that they should not be diluting because clearly this thing can run to the moon. We've seen it. And they're doing the same thing. And so if I see that third bar dilution again, I'll be convinced that these CEOs are not working on our behalf. And I don't care who that pisses off because we should be more pissed off anyway if this is the case. So anyway, that is my AMC theory part 2. I do have a lot more that I'm going to get into more detail. This is just a broad overview of kind of what I've been going over. And it's just my thoughts. They're just theories. You know, obviously pretty valid. If I could follow the whole fractal as I showed you in the last video, there's something going on here clearly. So I'll leave you with that for now. And you know, obviously none of this is financial advice. It's just crayon drawings that my kid drew, and now you know what I think I know. And have a great Easter, guys. You know, I do believe good things are coming. I just hope that once again we're not just being pacified into a couple 100% run just to appease the powers that be. So you know, at this point, I don't believe any heroes coming to save us. I think they're just going to try and pacify us. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I've been wrong before many times, and this is probably just another one. But you know, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you, the members, tomorrow on the live. Have a great evening.